Be prepared that your plans may not be God's plans. Does God have a specific plan for your life? Yes. Does he have a specific will of direction, where you're going to go, who you're going to marry, what you're going to do? Yes. Does he mean for you to find out that plan ahead of time? Not usually. Very rarely, actually. Now, looking back, I can say, yeah, I'm glad I went to Gordon Conwell instead of some other seminary because I met my wife who was going to Gordon College. You can look back and you have stories of, man, you never should have even met your spouse. Now, you know how that sounds. No, I never should have met you, but we never should have, but we did, and we're together, and how you came to this school or how you came to the job you're in or to this church. What did I know when I was not even starting seminary yet and had to come under care of South Grand Rapids classes and had to go to the student care committee? And who was on the committee? Tom Stark, because he was always on the committee. And he was there, and he was kind to me and generous, and over time invited me to preach at URC. And who knew that when that was 1999, that 14 years later, I'd be here doing this. We look back and we see how God was opening certain doors, closing others. We must be prepared that God may surprise us. I remember growing up, going by a church that would have one of these signs out in front with the cheeky little sayings on there, these kind of church signs that I would never want us to have. It'd say things like, CH, blank, blank, CH, what's missing? You are. Yeah, man, it was like revival, just broke out. Everyone drove by and said, I need to go to church. But so I kind of liked the signs when I was a kid, and I saw them all the time because it was right next door to Little Caesars, Evan's church, I think. And I remember one that said, write your plans in pencil, give God the eraser. And for the longest time I thought, that's terrible. You don't write your plans. You give God the whole notebook and the pencil and everything and let him write your plans. This is true, but that's kind of what we see here. Paul had plans, and they were good plans. And God had different plans. He said, no, not that. I mean, think about it. Paul wanted to go to Asia to preach the gospel. He wanted to go into Bithynia to preach the word. And God said, no. It's not like he wanted to go to Bithynia to check out the casino or the bar scene in Asia. He has good desires. You may be wondering why you have these good desires. Why hasn't God opened this door? You say, I want to be married. What's so wrong with that? Nothing. I wish we had kids. I wish my kids were following the Lord. Why am I stuck in this dead-end job? I want something where I can serve people and I'm not looking to get rich. You have good desires. And God has other plans. Sometimes it's as simple and mysterious as that. You look and say, this was not the plan I would have laid out. How did we come to be in this building? Well, that's a long story. Some of you have heard it before. But it was a lot of doors closing and then doors opening somewhat often surprisingly. God has his will, we have our plans, and God's will always supersedes our best plans.